So as the cricketing fever grips on, we bring you Super Sunday. Deepak. So as the cricketing fever grips on, we bring you Super Sunday. Here at ground number 2, we've got two exciting matches coming your way, and the first one is Induslaw taking on Anand and Anand. We've got the officials with us, also the captains, and we're ready for the toss. So good luck to both the teams. Induslaw have won the toss and they'll bowl first. join you live from ground number 2 of the Modern School Barakhamba Road. Game 1 of a Super Sunday. Induslaw early on winning the toss and electing to field first. Well, that's T20 cricket for you. Teams like to put in the opposition to bat first, and it's always nice to know what kind of a target you're chasing, because when you're batting up front, you never know what a good total will be. So it's in the comfort zone of every team when you're batting second. And also, in this law, they know they've got a very potent bowling lineup. This opening bowler you see on your screen, he's express. He's got such a nice smooth action, and he works up a lot of pace, which will be on display. Here we go, start of play, first delivery. And look at that, straight away. He's away from the tram line. The only thing he needs to be mindful is the fact that he needs to get his line together. If he bowls straight wicket to wicket, then he will cause a lot of trouble to the batsman. He's got that late a flick of the wrist as well, so he will get any lateral movement that is on offer on this deck. And it's the first game that we're playing on this ground on a morning. Yesterday we had our first game, but that was an afternoon game. So early morning conditions, there won't be much on this deck early morning. There won't be any juice as such because it's a very dry wicket. But as the tournament progresses, you'd see the overnight conditions will change, and you might get something early on. So the bowler steaming in once again. Bowls it straight, but on the pads a bit too straight. The batsman looks to tuck it away towards the onside, finds the fielder, though no chance of a run. Jersey number 7, it's always that particular number. They, in all likelihood, would be the MVPs of their teams. See, such a smooth action he's got there. Fuller in length, and that's a quick single taken. Good running between the wickets, good understanding between both these batsmen as well. Quick single taken, and they are up and running. Anand and Anand. It went straight to the fielder, but the batsman, he knew that he hadn't timed it well. He had enough time to take a single. Once again, Fuller length delivery drives it away towards the cover region. That's good running between the wickets. What they're doing is they're calculating the time the ball travels to the fielder, and also taking in account the time required for the throw to come in. A decent start by the bowler apart from that first wide. Oh, almost carried to the fielder. Standing at mid-wicket, he was looking to clip it away off his legs. Just short of the fielder, hanging in low. So Induslaw, they had their plans very clear. They wanted to bowl from the onset. They wanted the opposition to put on a target for them and then chase it down. That's their comfort zone. And also early on, early days in this tournament, this is the 16th edition of the Self Turf Cricket League. You never know what a good total would be. Yesterday on this very particular ground, we saw the first game. Shardul Amarchand Mangaldas winning that one comfortably. Slicing it, the batsman. Almost carries to the man standing at third man. So Shardul Amarchand Mangaldas winning that game comfortably, beating Jaitley and Bakshi. And Jaitley and Bakshi were put into bat first up, and they were dismissed for a meager total of just 108. And within no time, Jaitley Shardul Amarchand Mangaldas chased that down. So that is a problem early days in this tournament. You don't know what a good total is. You're still trying to assess what the pitch is doing, how the outfield is behaving, and also you're trying to work out what are the strengths and weaknesses of your opposition. Because in new season, teams will come up with game plans. They will alter their playing 11. And also, knowing these players, all of them, they will constantly work on their skills. They will brush up their skills, develop new skills. Most of the spinners you'd see will have come up with certain variations that we might haven't seen last season. The bowler running in again down the leg side. That's a loose delivery. So Anand and Anand. So Anand and Anand won't be disappointed with the start. They'd be rather very happy. They've got a gift. After the first over, they're 12 for no loss. Kostub. He's got the ball in his hand. Once again on the pads. Clips it away. Couldn't quite work out the gap there. Gets a quick single. Oh, that's a good ball. That is a very good ball. Nothing the batsman could have done there. Just plays it back to the bowler. So apart from the wides, the extras given away by the bowling team, they've been spot on. They haven't given away any looseness as such. In terms of legal deliveries, that is. He was aiming for the big shot, drills it straight down the ground and works it in the gap. That's the first boundary of the game. What a good shot as well. He knew what exactly he was doing. He knew where the fielders were. Drills it towards long on. That looked like a very confident stroke. Made it look simple as well. He got what exactly he was anticipating. Full coming into him. Gets it off the meat of the bat as well. That will give him a lot of confidence. Costa running in down the leg side. That's what boundaries do to you. You try to evade the arc of the batsman. He was straying on to the leg side this time around. We'll have to re-bowl that one. And this is a decent start for Anand and Anand without putting in too much of an effort. That's smart. That's really smart. What they've ensured is they've made sure that there aren't too many dot deliveries. So even if they are hitting to the fielders, they're sneaking singles. And you don't see that often, especially in this format of the game. They're playing it with soft hands. The only boundary that we've seen was a firm drive that he played in this particular over. Apart from that, they've played with soft hands. That's a good thing. If you're not certain about it, just tap it around, take singles, and keep the scoreboard moving. Meanwhile, another wide coming in. Kostab hasn't had the best of starts. He's given away 14 already. 2 more legal deliveries to go in this over. And you can feel the early jitters, and that's a good shot. For once, he bowls it around that channel, that corridor of uncertainty, and the batsman, who is well up to the task, plays it over long off for another boundary, his second. And Pradeep Singh moves into double figures, one through the long on region, the next one towards the long off region. So these are good indications that tell you that the pitch is really good to bat on. He's playing in the V as of now. And even last season we were talking about the fact that the pitch is low and slow at times, and as the tournament progresses it will become lower and slower. So you're always better off, especially with the new ball, playing in the V, playing straighter. If you try to play it square, or you try to play it with a cross pad, you will struggle. It won't be easy. Ends the over with a dot. It's the end of the second. A good start this for Anand and Anand. They're 24 for no loss after the first two. Start a fresh over, short and wide. He just uses the pace of the bowler, works it in the gap, and that's another scintillating boundary of the bat of Pradeep Singh. Wow, what a shot that was. Or rather, it's Manish. Manish notching up his first boundary. That was some shot. That was some serious shot. Bowls it really quick, the bowler. Erring in line, bowling it wide, and the batsman, his eyes might have lit up there when he saw that. Just throws his bat at it and works it in the gap. And that travelled quickly to the boundary ropes as well. And these two at the moment looking comfortable out there. The sun is shining down bright. And that's another one. Make it two. Back-to-back boundaries once again, erring in line, bowling it a bit too wide, and all the batsman has got to do is reach up to it and put bat on ball. Another boundary. So both these batters are looking well set now. They've got 2 boundaries apiece. Induslaw, they're on the back foot now. Once again, that's a wide delivery way outside the tram line. He's just losing the plot at the moment, Parag, after bowling a very decent first over. So this is something I was talking about in the first over. A new tournament, a new start. You've got to understand these are not seasoned players. They do their drills, they practice rigorously for this particular tournament. That scream towards the cover region. Good fielding, good all-round cricket. Bowls it full, bowls it a bit too full. I think in this law, they need to assess their length. They'd be better off working out their length. In my book, they've been a bit too full. And on this deck, if you slightly pull your length back, the batsman will struggle because the ball will stay just a tad bit low. And then what the batsman does is that they'll rock back onto the back foot. They'll try to use a cross pad. They'll try to work it away towards the square and even wait for the long hops to pull it through the square or the mid-wicket region. At the moment, with a hard new ball, when the ball is pitched up All they've got to do is drive it, and they can play in the V. And whenever there is width on offer, they just latch onto it. Those are easy runs. So Parag steaming in again. Once again, a bit too full, squeezes that out. The batsman turns it away towards the cover region, gets another quick single. One more run taken. And at the moment, Anand and Anand, they're racing away. And without taking too many risks, what more could you ask for? Coming back to the point I was making, these players working hard for this tournament. Once a year, they brush up their cricketing skills. They work hard for this tournament. They come into this tournament. They give it their all. That's slightly shorter in length. The fielder was in two minds there whether to go for it or to stay back. In the end, he decides to step back and save the boundary. That he does. Would have been a tough call to make for the fielder standing at mid-on. Always was going to be difficult because that was dropping on him. That's way down the leg side. Good attempt by the wicket-keeper. Got a glove to it, but there is fine leg. Should cut it off. They sneak a single. Will be wides as well. So 2 extras coming. Now they've given away too many extras. Have Induslaw. Something they won't be happy. But coming back to the fact, these are early days in the tournament. You're a bit rustic playing your first game. You loosen up as the tournament progresses. That's an excellent delivery. Superb. Wonderful delivery. The batsman just defends that. And they've been sensible. Both these batters. Anything loose, they've latched onto it. But the good balls, they played it carefully. They've negated it. They haven't done anything silly. Oh, that's a good shot, but he might just have got his fingertips to it. Good effort, though. The reaction time had to be really quick because that ball was traveling. You can sense it from the fact that how quickly it traveled towards the boundary ropes. Was there in a flash. Would have been a miraculous catch if he had got to it. That was some serious stroke. He switches to around the wicket. Now you can see he's already made an impact on the mind of the bowler. He wants to do something different now. He knows he's under pressure and he's trying to do something else. And as a cricketer, as an opposition player, that's what you try to do. You try to change the plans of your opposition because the plans they make would be according to their strengths. Oh, that's high in the air. That's a skyer. That could be taken. The bowler gets underneath that one and he puts it down. Never easy. These catches, I tell you, they might look easy, but they're never easy. He settled nicely under that one. And couldn't quite grab it in the end. He would be disappointed. He would be absolutely dejected. Costa goes back to his bowling mark and surprisingly switches back to opening wicket. I think he's had enough. It's like, I'll go back to my basics. I'll go back to my strengths. Full toss, played it straight to long off. Just a single. And that's the end of the fourth. Anand and Anand, they're motoring along nicely. They're 43 for no loss after the end of the fourth. So start off a fresh over. Oh, that's a good shot. That is an excellent shot. How quickly he judged the length of that delivery and puts it away. Brilliant hitting. They're growing in confidence, going strength to strength at the moment. Both these openers, Manish and Pradeep. The stroke making just keeps getting better and better. They've already laid a platform for the middle order. At the moment, things looking really bright for Anand and Anand. Induslaw would be thinking, did they make the right decision after winning the toss and putting the opposition into bat? The bowler coming around the wicket. That's a skyer once again. Chance here. Chance for the fielder coming in. And that was a difficult chance that will run away towards the fence. And that's 50 up for Anand and Anand, courtesy that boundary. And 50 up in quick time as well. Now they've started to take their chances. And it's coming off as well. The fielding hasn't been typical Induslaw standards. Something you generally expect of them. They've let themselves down in the field today. Induslaw tucks it away off his pads. Oh, once again, just as I was saying, the fielding has been lackluster. This is not something you expect of Induslaw. Another boundaries, 3 boundaries on the trot. A hat-trick of boundaries. And you can clearly see Induslaw, they are reeling under a lot of pressure. Not the best of starts for Harish with the ball. He's trying everything now, tries to come over the wicket. Oh, is that a catch? No, he's crossed it. That was hit so hard and went straight to him. For a moment I thought he had pouched that. He looks hurt as well. Well, his ego for sure is hurt. That could have been a big breakthrough. Looks to steer it away towards third man, but straight to the fielder standing at short third man. It's just not been Induslaw's day in the field today. They put down some catches, somewhat tough. I think 1 or 2 were half chances, if we can call them that. But they've put down some easy chances as well. Another misfield, another single. Anand and Anand would be pretty happy with the start they've got, and they'd be happy with the fielding lapses as well. They'd feel they've got a few gifts, early gifts from Induslaw. We're still within the power play over range. After this, another over to go as far as the power plays are concerned. Remember, the first 6 overs are the power play overs, where you can have only 2 fielders outside the 30-yard circle. And then the field just spreads, opens up. And would be interesting to see how these two approach the non-power play overs. Pradeep and Manish, they look well settled now. Will they shift gears? That is a question. They've given their team a good start. A very good launch pad for the middle and the lower order. And look at that run rate. It's in excess of 12 at the moment. That's another skyer. The wicket keeper doesn't call for it, but the bowler does, and he takes it. Makes it look simple. Finally a breakthrough. The bowler takes the onus on himself. The wicket keeper was coming in, but he said, it's mine. I'll take it, and he does. So breakthrough for Induslaw. They'll be buoyed by that. And a fine partnership comes to an end. The new man walks out to the middle. And he'd be at ease, considering the fact that both the openers have laid a very good foundation. Just pushes it towards the offside jersey number 25. He can buy this time when you get a good start and you come in. Oh, misfield. That's the last thing that they wanted. A new man has come in. He was yet to open his account. And there's been a lapse in the field yet again, giving him an easy boundary. And he's off the mark with that boundary as well. That's something you don't want to do. You know, when you're on naught, you've just walked out. You feel those nerves. And all you want to do is get off strike, get off the mark. And what the opposition does is they give you a boundary, and this time it's better because that was worked through the gap. This time the placement was pin perfect. Just nicely threading the gap. And once again, something I was talking about, you can sense that they're bowling a bit too full. And on this deck, you've got to pull your length back. The opposition, the batters, will always struggle when your length is slightly shorter than that. It's a bit too full in my book. That becomes easy. See, on this track, even last season we were talking about this, on this track, the first 6 overs, they're crucial. The ball is hard and new. You can play your strokes because the ball slightly comes onto the bat better. And when, after the power plays, the ball softens up, stroke making becomes difficult, especially for new batters coming in. So when the field placement is on and the ball is hard and new, you can play your big shots. Meanwhile, I reckon that's the end of the over. Still waiting for the scorecard. I hope that will be updated soon. Seems to be the end of the power plays as well. So the power play overs are done and dusted. 6th over gone. Anand and Anand, 65 for 1. Aditya getting a wicket of the first ball in that over. So the field is spread now. The batsman just tucks it away off his pads, turns it away towards the onside, gets a single. So Tanuj is the new batter. It's already got 2 boundaries. One was a gift. And no spinner yet to be seen. I think that's more likely the length, but he works it out well. Using the pace of the bowler, works it in the gap, and that runs away for yet another boundary. So Induslaw, they need to curb these boundaries. They've given one too many. And I think that was intentional. Manish just guiding it away. He knew that a third man was close to that gully region. Yes, in fact, there is no third man. He's more towards gully and backward point. So there's acres of spaces there. And fine leg, if you can see, is almost standing behind the wicketkeeper. He's a bit too fine. And also there's this gap between fine leg and square leg. Once again looks to steer it away towards the third man region, but finds that fielder I was talking about standing at gully. So if you see the field, there is a sweeper cover. It's down the leg side. The keeper does well to get to it. So they haven't quite opened up the field. And outside the 30-yard circle, all you can see is a sweeper cover. And now, yes, a sweeper cover. I think long on is within the circle. He's standing at mid on. So technically just one field outside the 30-yard circle. That's an interesting ploy. I thought they'd be looking to curb the boundaries here because Anand and Anand are scoring at will here. They're getting boundaries every now and then. And you've got to put your brakes on the scoring rate as if you are Induslaw. You don't want to be chasing, say, anything in excess of 150 on the pads. Works it away towards the mid-wicket region, gets another easy single, one more run. The batsman looking to put the pressure on the fielders. Once again, tucks it off his pads, gets an easy single. Oh, what happened there? Misfield. Oh, misfield, would you believe it? To make things worse, that has run away for four overthrows there. At the moment, nothing going their way in this law. There was no need of a throw. And there was an attempt of a run out. Nobody collected it cleanly. Neither the bowler nor the fielders standing as backups. And it runs away for four. Really some easy runs given away by Induslaw. And they'd know. You can see it from their body language. They know they've had some lapses. They know they haven't played according to their potential so far. Misjudges it. He was backpedaling, but he was never going to make it. He was never going to make it. The batsman had judged that well. Gets another boundary. Just sensible batting. Real sensible batting by Anand and Anand. And that's the end of the over as well. That's the end of the seventh. So we'll get started with the eighth over, and still no signs of spin. That was bowled just a bit wide of the batsman, bowling away from his range. And the batsman once again looking to steer it away towards the third man region. If he had got any bat onto it, would have been interesting, because if you get a thick splice, there's this big gap towards the third man region. Would have run away for four. Shuffles across. Just gives it direction, steers it towards that vacant mid-wicket region. The fielder, by the time he could get to the ball, the batsman had enough time to take a single. So what Anand and Anand have really done here is that they've ensured there haven't been too many dot balls. Advances down the track and finds the gap, but there is protection. Sweeper cover, patrolling the boundary ropes. And that's the only boundary rider that they've got. And this field placement really is intriguing me because they've given away boundaries, and there aren't too many fielders protecting the boundary ropes as well. Just as I say that, he steers one towards the third man fence and gets another one. It's looking all too easy for Anand and Anand. Did Induslaw forget the fact that the mandatory power play overs are done and dusted? They've got just one fielder protecting the boundary ropes, and that's really surprising. Interesting ploy, interesting tactic. He looks to swing it across. No connection made on that occasion. A rare dot ball in this innings. Three batters have come out in the middle. All three have got starts. I believe all three so far have done their jobs. Fuller once again. The bat turning in his hands. He was looking to dislodge it towards the extra cover region. Finds the fielder. Aditya bowling his second. And is that the end of the over? I believe it is. That's the end of the 8th. So start of a fresh over, and what a good shot that is. You can't bowl short and wide. The batsmen have enough time to rock back onto the back foot and just use your pace, work it in the gap, and send it racing towards the boundary ropes for 4. That's a gift. That's a real gift. Not an ideal way you want to start a fresh new over. This is the 9th one in progression. Bowl up, ready to steam in. Oh, once again, short and wide, and same result. Back-to-back boundaries. That's a sin. That is an absolute sin. You made the mistake once. You can't repeat the mistake the very next ball. You've got to learn from your mistakes. Induslaw, they're just losing the plot here. They've made life easy for Anand and Anand. They've given away too many gifts, be it the extras, be it the misfields, be it the drop catches, and the line and the length. It has been horrendous. Not something you expect of Induslaw. They are a mighty good team. They are solid with their basics. This time through the onside, is showing his full range. Another boundary through mid-wicket region. You see those drooping shoulders and the conditions. These are tiring conditions. The sun beating down on you. It's not easy to stay out there for 20 overs fielding under the sun, but it's equally difficult for the batters. 3 boundaries on the trot. A hat-trick of boundaries. Plays it straight. Oh, another misfield. Would you believe it? Another boundary. Rather, that's stopped. Good backup by long on. For a moment, it seemed like that was running away towards the fence. That was sloppy work. They get an extra run, courtesy that misfield. Shot again, pulls it away. Good fielding. Good fielding, good awareness. Shows his vigil. What happened there? I think the fielder Didn't pay attention where exactly the ball was. They get away with that one. Just taps it straight back to the bowler. That's another dot. That's a good ball. That is a very decent ball. That is the end of the over as well. Ends the over on a good note. That's the end of the ninth. And since the scoreboard wasn't updated, I just got the updated scoreboard. Anand and Anand have brought up the 100 in quick time. The 105 for one. 105 of just 9 overs. Start off fresh new over, and once again it dishes out a gift just short of the boundary ropes. A full toss down the leg side, and he knew what exactly was to be done there. Tanuj gets down on one knee and just slaps it across. There was nobody there whatsoever. And yet again you see no boundary riders except for that sweeper cover fielder. They're not learning from their mistakes. Our Induslaw. The run rate has constantly been in excess of 10. Steers it towards the third man region. Gets a single. That's good batting. That's sensible batting. Got a boundary. Gets off strike now. Brings the non-striker back on strike. Oh, that was an interesting stroke down the leg side. Will be called a wide. It is a wide. These conditions are conducive to spinners, and I'm surprised Induslaw haven't introduced a single spinner so far. Well, I get the fact that these are their strike bowlers. That's it well. That's it with disdain. What a shot that is. Went hard, went straight, went flat. 6 more. I believe that is the first maximum of the day. Yes, it is. The first 6 of the day. And I think it's a skipper. Rather, it's a jersey number 25 who hit that 6. What a shot that was. It's never easy to hit over long off with a straight bat like that. Not technically a straight bat, that's an angle bat. You know, when your natural angle swings from right to left, that moreover goes towards cow corner for a right hander, that is. And this time goes inside out. As I said, there's this man at sweeper cover patrolling the fence there. Gets a single. One more run added to the total. Gets Manish back on strike. Manish and Tanuj both batting in their 30s. Will have to re-bowl that one. That's another wide. The score moves to 119. Too many extras given away. Tucks it off his pads. They've got enough time to get a single. And now, you get a feeling that Anand and Anand just toying with the bowlers. 120 for one more delivery to go at the halfway mark, almost at the halfway mark. If they score at the same clip, they'll get to 244. And that will require some chasing. Easily done. Another single taken at the halfway mark. The batting team, they're 121 for one, and it will be time for drinks. field. And we're ready to get started with the second half of this innings. And now you see the field is spread all of a sudden. Oh, what a shot! That's straight as an arrow. That was traveling. That is such a stylish stroke. From the onset, you knew that was 6. It had 6 written all over it. There was a man standing at long off, and he knew straight away that he had no chance. What a shot that was. Looks so classy. He just lifted that up. And that ball was soaring. And that landed way beyond the boundary ropes. Jersey number 1. He's running in. Just losing his run up there. Just making a mess of it. And he will have to reload. Once again, you can see that there is a long off and there's a sweeper cover. And now there's a long on as well. Oh, that screamed through the offside, that's thrashed. And there was a fielder sweeper cover as I mentioned, but no chance for him. He hardly moved an inch and the ball raced away towards the fence. That's 4 more. They're working the field well, both these batters. And still nobody in the deep. Oh, that's it straight. That's it so straight that it hits the wickets. He'll be disappointed with that. They come back for the second. That's excellent running between the wickets. That's good stuff. Brilliant awareness by both these batters. And facing technical difficulties as far as the scoreboard is concerned. Still waiting for the official update as far as the scoreboard is concerned. Advances down the track. How close was it to the leg stump? He was trying something different on that occasion. And you really don't need to do that because the basics are coming off right for you. It's working your way. And so far, they are in the driver's seat. Anand and Anand. That's a good delivery. That's pacey. That's just around that 6th or 7th stump channel. And the batsman was looking for the big booming drive towards the offside. And you can clearly see that during the drinks break, Induslaw worked out on a different strategy. And now you've got boundary riders patrolling the fence. That's once again driven straight. Another single taken. You see 3 men patrolling the fence, the boundary fence. And now you see a fielder coming in at deep. So I believe the end of the 11th over. Still waiting for the official update of the scoreboard. So change in bowling. A new bowler comes into the attack, and I reckon it's a spinner. Jersey number 25. He will be bowling his off spinners, and immediately on the charge as a batsman, slight fumble helps him to get another boundary, 4 more runs. And Another boundary. Good shot that. Excellent stroke. Good use of the feet as well. The off spinner, jersey number 25. He will feel the pressure. It goes through the onside this time. Hasn't got all off it. But that's worked away in the gap. Two fielders converging. And they cut it off. Keep it down to a brace. Well, he wasn't in total control of that shot. And that's a longer boundary as well. But the good thing for the batsman is he had hit that in the gap. Looks to squeeze that away towards the point region. Another single taken there. We'll wait for the verdict from the umpire. No signal. So it's off the bat, I believe. What a partnership this has been. Using his feet, looks to take it on the full. You could hear the grunt. He wasn't happy with himself. He wanted to dispatch it over the ropes. I'm sure one of these batsmen, they've notched up their half century. But not sure because we're still waiting for the scorecard to be updated. Meanwhile, a very good delivery, that one from jersey number 25. Bowls it flat, bowls it quick. That one stayed a bit low. Oh, turn there, turn there. That's exactly what I was talking about. This wicket is conducive to spin bowling. And Induslaw, till this point of time, it was only faster bowlers operating for them. That's a decent over apart from that misfield boundary given away of the very first delivery. And I think it will be another spinner. So back-to-back spin now. Jersey number 8. Another off spinner in the ranks. He comes into the attack. It was a long hop. The batsman pulls it away towards the long on region, gets another single. So it will be difficult to put away the spinners because they don't give you any pace to work with. And also the length that they bowl. You know, when you expect faster bowlers, especially bowling with a fresh new ball, their length would be up there. And that's nicely done. That's nicely done. It was played in the gap, just using the pace of the bowler. That's such a smart cricketing shot. These two have been so sensible. They have played so well together. What a partnership this has been. This is a game-defining partnership, this between Manish and Tanuj. And every now and then, you'll see the ball staying a bit low. You can't expect uncanny bounce on this deck. There's nothing that will surprise you as a batsman. What might surprise you is the lack of bounce. Oh, he waited for it. Rocks back onto the back foot. Heaves it away towards the onside. That's a mammoth 6. Brilliant hit that. Well, that's your go-to shot. When it comes on that slow, you've got all the time in the world to transfer your weight onto the back foot and heave it away. If you've got the power, there's every chance that you'll get a 6 for it. This time uses his feet. And that's 6. That came straight. And that's 6. Goes again. And he's targeting the straighter boundaries now. He's smoking them. What an over that was. And he's coming all guns blazing now. And we're still waiting for the official score. What an over that turned out to be. A heap of runs coming. Induslaw clearly on the back foot and looking how to stem the flow of runs, and at the moment seems like they're running out of ideas. So jersey number 25 will continue his second over, but he will be under the pump because these two have shifted gears. They're going on an all-out attack. Hits it hard all on the ground this time. No respite for the bowler, no respite for the fielders as well. They don't know what to do now. As I said, they're running out of ideas. And they're just hoping that somehow they manage to get a wicket here. I believe a 162. That's the score. This is the 14th over. Start of the 14th over. Turns it away towards the point region. Gets another single. Gets one more run. The score moves to 162. They've got 9 wickets in hand. We're looking at a target for sure in excess of 200. That won't be easy. On this particular ground, the high scoring matches, they are rare. Oh, that's interesting. That's interesting. But he's definitely saved a boundary. That ball was travelling once again. Just a single. So you can clearly see these two batters are targeting the straighter boundaries. And what better place to hit? The 14th over being bowled here. 2 more deliveries to go in this one. And from what I can tell, the score is 169. Again, the man at long off in action. He will cut it off, you bet. Just a single. Jersey number 25 donking it straight down the ground. Our broadcaster, he's running for shelter at the moment. He'll have a word with jersey number 25, Tanuj, I'm sure, after this innings is done and dusted. And a single, and that will end the over. Another good one for the batting team. And the 14th over gone. The batting team 171 for 1 with 6 more overs to go. स्कोर आया क्या दीपक? स्कोर आया? So finally, when we can reflect upon the scoreboard, Tanuj is batting on 75 of just 32 balls, I beg your pardon. laced with 9 boundaries and 4 maximums. Manish, the skipper, playing the role of the sheet anchor, but look at that strike rate as well. 166 is his strike rate. He's hit 7 hits to the fence. The current run rate in excess of 12. The player's having a short drinks interval. Uh, as I mentioned, harsh conditions these. A fast bowler comes back into the attack. Bowls it wide though, just away from the tram line. Wide signal by the umpire. We'll have to re-bowl that one. And you've got to think about the faster bowlers here. It's not easy. Conditions very difficult. Sun is shining down bright. It's hot. Energy sapping conditions these. Also consider the fact that nothing is going your way. Both the batsmen are on an all-out attack. They've still got 9 wickets in hand, and they've got depth in their batting as well. You've got to come up with plans, and is that one of them? Oh, just gets away with that one. The batsman long off was in action, but it wasn't quite carrying to him. Just short. A single in the end. Tanuj is back on strike. He's got every opportunity of getting 100 here. Imagine playing your first game, start of a fresh new tournament, and notching up the 3-figure mark in game number 1. What a confidence booster that will be. Every delivery is trying to do something. He's trying to hit it to the fence. He's trying to hit it too hard. And it has worked for him. He's locked $1 million. He's looked $1 million out there since ball 1. Jersey number 7, meanwhile, running in. Fuller delivery, hits it straight. Times it well. Long on, comes in, cuts it off, keeps it to just a single. Well, you can see when it comes to the running between the wickets, the batters too are conserving some energy. Both of them at the moment. Especially Tanuj looking to hit the big shots just like that. Carves it out towards long off. This time the fielder has no chance. It's commendable how he's played that stroke. That was really full. He almost digs that out. And the bat shuffles in his hands, giving it that particular angle, working it in the gap. That is a sensational shot. He's some talent. Is Tanuj. Moves into the 80s. He's got every chance, as I said, to get to 100 here. Squeezes it out. If it was power the previous delivery, this time it's finesse. Just giving it the desired direction and gets another boundary to his name. Brilliant batting this. Ends the over on a high. 15th gone. And Anand, they're 183 for 1 with just 5 more overs to go. And you can be sure that Anand will go all out. He'll go on an attack all out. And they'll try to smoke every single delivery out of these 30 legal deliveries that remain. Especially Tanuj. And Manish is playing such a sensible knock. He's approaching his half century. He's playing the role of the sheet anchor. A typical skipper's knock. He knows that Tanuj is batting nicely. That's 4. That's 50 for the skipper. 50 up of just 31 deliveries. And that's his 8th boundary. He came in to open and steers his team to a very good total. And he's still not finished. He's still out there in the middle. What a sensible knock this has been. You know, when you see clean hitting like we've seen from Tanuj, you undermine the efforts of somebody like Manish, who's batted beautifully. You know, to negate that new ball, you've got nerves coming in to bat. You're put into bat by the opposition. You don't know what the pitch is behaving like. You don't know what the bowlers are trying to do with a fresh new hard ball. But you get your team to a rock solid start, and then you accompany somebody like a Tanuj and give them the desired confidence. And Tanuj could play this way because of the rock solid opening stand. He had the cushion. He went for his strokes. He knew even if he failed, the tone was set for this particular innings. Works it away, straight to the field at extra cover. That's a dot. Rahul Chauhan bowling his 3rd over. He's been the most economical over in this innings. So the skipper Manish has retired, and I think that's smart. That is a smart ploy. They're conserving energy, and he knows that there's a lot of batting firepower to come, and they can smash them really hard. So the new batsman works out, immediately looks to steer it away towards the 3rd man boundary fence, misses it, plays it late, works it away towards the sweeper cover region. He's off the mark with that single, gets Tanuj back on strike. Now it will be interesting to see how Tanuj approaches this game from here on. And knowing him, he will go for the big shots. Meanwhile, that's the end of the over. A decent over that from Rahul Chauhan. That's the end of the 16th. Now we're down to the business end of this innings. The death overs, the final 4. Anand and Anand at the moment they're approaching the 200 run mark. What a big achievement that will be. And the new batsman just a push towards the extra cover region, and he knows what his task is at the moment. Tanuj is out there. He's approaching his 100. 191 is what they've got on the board. And you've still got 3 more overs after this. The bowler immediately looks to come around the wicket to the well-set Tanuj. He's looking to bowl away from his radar. Looking to bowl away from his arc. Tanuj will look to hit it straight. He'll look to target the straighter boundaries, but if you provide him any width, he'll latch onto that one as well. And if it's short, he'll put it away just like that through the onside. That's a skyer. Hadn't got all of it. He wanted a second there. Tanuj desperately wants to strike. He knows he's striking him well. He wants to face as many deliveries as he can. And that was a full toss free hit signaled by the umpire. So it is a free hit delivery. The batsman goes for it. Throws his bat hard. Could only get a single. Good effort by the fielder. Puts in the dive. Keeps it down to just 1. Now Tanuj back on strike. 194 is what they have on the board. The bowler running in now over the wicket. He slaps it. Long off in action. For a brief moment they think about the second, but decide against it, sensibly so. A good start this from the bowler, apart from that no ball, obviously. Oh, that is a classic cover drive. Can't get any better than that. All along the carpet, just leans into it. Picture perfect. And it's not easy, I can tell you that. It's the old ball, it's not as hard as the newer one. And it's been thrashed around by both Manish and Tanuj in particular. Oh, could come back. Could reply by the bowler. Pin perfect Yorker. .199 is what they have on the board. Final delivery of the 17th over coming up. 8 wickets in hand. Can they get to 250? That is a question. I'm sure they can if Tanuj stays out there till the very end. A wide that brings up the 200 for Anand and Anand. 200 in real quick time. They're looking at a very big target here. Induslaw have their task cut out. No matter what happens hereafter. But they've got their back to the walls. Never easy when you're looking to chase down a target in excess of 200. You've always got to, go after the required run rate, which is like a mountain. He gets a single of the final delivery of the over. He will keep strike. So 17th gone. They're 201 for 2 after the end of that one. Jersey number 16. He'll be bowling the 18th over. Extras given away. 25 extras given away already. 3 more overs to go. Umesh gets off strike. Now Tanuj is back on strike, batting on 87. Can he get to 100? That is a question. He advances down the ground, and you bet that is a 6. You knew it the moment he had made connection. That's the biggest part of this ground, and he clears that with relative ease. He makes them look so simple, this guy. Moves into the 90s now. Just 10 runs shy of 100. What a scintillating knock this has been. Goes through the offside this time around. And that too has gone all the way. Inside out stroke. Moves to 96 with that hit. He's showing his full range. If you look at his wagon wheel, you'd see that he scored all along the ground. A true blue Mr. 360 for Anand and Anand. And he's hit some towering sixes today. What a knock this is proving to be. Completely decimating Induslaw with his finesse, with his power, with his stroke making. Is that 100? Yes, that is 100. And what a knock this has been. 100 of just 41 deliveries. That is unbelievable. "41 deliveries he's faced. And he's got to 100. Stroke making at its finest. And more extras, more gifts from Induslaw. Well, when it's not your day, it's just not. It almost seems like they've given up. But funny is this game. It's never over until it's over. Umesh looks for the big heave towards the onside. He too looks to join in on the party. 11 boundaries hit by Tanuj. Harish bowling his third over. That is a great stroke. That is a brilliant stroke, just waiting for it on the back foot. How do you hit it? Off the back foot, through the extra cover, long off region. That's unbelievable stroke making. That's power for you. He was so still playing that stroke. He knew where exactly the gap was. Placement, the timing, everything. Everything exceptional about that one down the leg side. Immediate pressure on the bowler. You can see Induslaw had been reeling under pressure. They'd be once again thinking about that decision of bowling first after winning the toss. Seems like a very good wicket to bat on, especially early on. You know, as the day progresses, run scoring makes more, run scoring becomes more and more difficult for you. Another good over comes to an end. Eighteenth gone. .226 for 2 are A&A. Jersey number 7 will be bowling the penultimate over of this innings. Oh, that's a good shot, but hasn't got all of it. Unfortunately, there is a fielder who gets around it. And that's gone for 4. That is another boundary. Anand and Anand will take it, but it's getting from bad to worse for Induslaw. They can't believe it. Just opens the face of the bat, just carves it away over backward point. 4 more back-to-back boundaries. That is such an intelligent stroke. The shot, it was wide, a rank full toss. All he had to do was get some bat on it and give it direction. That's exactly what he does. Starts the penultimate over on a good note, on a very bright note rather. 8 runs already of the first 2. Remember, just 1 more over to go after this one. And Umesh is worked out and is blazed to 17 of just 11. At the other end, you've got the prolific Tanuj who's batting on 100 of just 41. How often do you see that in a T20 game, or even any game for that matter? That's once again in the gap, should be cut off by long off. Will they come back for the second? They don't risk it because, as I said, they are under energy conservation mode. They know that they've got to come out and field for 20 overs. They know that they are in a very comfortable position. They don't need to do anything silly. And moreover, it's Tanuj, that man on strike. You can see him shuffling and nobody moved. Nobody moved there. He made that trigger movement and the bowler might have thought that he was eyeing that boundary towards the fine leg and square leg fence. He bowls it outside off, bowls it full, and the batsman is so still. He knows his angles perfectly. He's such a good batsman. Works it away towards covers. That was hit so fine. The finesse as well. That's hit straight. Good effort by the man standing at sweeper cover. That was travelling to him. Gets a single, hands back the strike to Umesh. Umesh facing the final delivery of the 19th. Squeezes that out, just a push. Gets a single. And he will keep strike courtesy that single. That's the end of the 19th. Another good over for the batting team. And I think they definitely should get to 250, Anand and Anand. They're 240 for 2 after the end of the 19th over. So jersey number 23 will be bowling the final over of the innings. Can he make a difference here? He can't. He starts off with a wide, not the best of starts. Such has been the day for Induslaw. They've given away so many extras. .241 is what Anand and Anand have on the board. Oh, he swings it across. He slaps it towards the onside. Only have to wait and watch how long has it travelled. Long enough, says the umpire. 6. Another maximum. If it's not Tanuj, it's Umesh. They're being bludgeoned at both ends now. Through the onside, fielder should cut it off. Slight fumble. They get a single. Now Tanuj on strike. Can he hit it out of screws? He will definitely be looking for a big shot here. You can vouch for it. Go straight. Hasn't got all of it. Only a single this time around. That's uh, that's really rare today. Tanuj looking to hit a big shot. Hit the splice of the bat, not quite of the meat. He'd be disappointed, expecting just a slight higher luck. That's pure luck. That's not quite where he intended to hit it. And 250 up with that stroke as well. A boundary for Anand and Anand. And their day keeps getting better. Umesh moves into the 30s. He's cleaned him up. He's cleaned him up. He's done his job though. Umesh has done his job. But finally Induslaw got a wicket. The third one has fallen. So Sanjay picking up a wicket in his final over. Rather, in the final over of this innings. So just one delivery remains. Jersey number 162. He walks out to the middle to face this final delivery. Can he provide the finishing touches to this game? He will definitely be aiming the sky. He will look to hit it big. They'll come in for a single. So just a single is what they'll have to be content with in the end. But look at that scorecard. 255 is what they have on board, which invariably means that Induslaw, if they are to win this one, they'll have to look and chase down 266. Wow, we are in for some run chase here.
मैं माइक देता हूँ तो ये लगाया नहीं जाता आपसे।
अबे तो तुमने तो माइक बाल के साथ ही उठा था ना।
ये वाला ले लो।
अरे माने तब भी तो बाल चाहिए। चेक 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 चेक।
ठीक है दो मूविंग है दोनों।
एक 30 एक 2। बाल घुंघराले हो गए भाई मेरे को अच्छा
मैं कहने वाला था मुझे बहुत मजा आई।
So here we go. This is the start of a run chase, and look at that total set by Anand and Anand. 255. So essentially, Induslaw, they need to chase down 256 if they are to win this one. They need to score at a clip in excess of 12 and a half, just below 13, and that will be difficult. That will be difficult to maintain that clip. Both the opening batsmen are out there. They're ready to face the first delivery. Rahul and Avimukt all set for play. Bowler on top of his bowling mark, ready to steam in. Here he comes. Start of play suggests the umpire. The left armer steaming in. Starts off well, cuts it away. Well, that was a quick single. Tight call. Tight call. That fumble helping their cause, and they're up and running. A single of the very first delivery, and it's always an interesting prospect, an exciting prospect to see left armers bowling in this game. A lot of teams possess at least one left arm seamer, and whenever I've seen them in action, they've wreaked havoc. Even yesterday, Raj, the left arm seamer, coming around the wicket, he was so effective. He bowled a sensational spell up front. True maidens within the power plays. Tapped on the pads. I think it was pitching outside leg for sure. Can't be given out. Shivang bowling the first over of this innings. He started well. He started really well. Unlike what Induslaw did with the ball in their hands. Looks to work it away off the back foot. Interesting choice of a shot there. He wasn't in a very good position to play that particular shot. and somehow manages to do that, plays it straight to the field up. No timing there, just a single. Shivang walking back to his bowling mark. Avimukt is yet to get off the mark. He's facing the left armour. Shivang looks to swing it across the line. You know, I've always maintained that on this deck, it's always better if you play with a straighter bat. You're much more certain about the bounce because it will keep low. And as the day progresses, it will get lower and slower. If you play within the V, there are much more chances of you scoring at a brisk rate. But when you look to play cross-batted heaves or through the square, you'll be struggling because the ball will not bounce as much as you expect it to. Two more deliveries to go in this over. This has been a fine start by Anand and Anand. And there is clean him up. That one stayed low. Once again, he was looking to heave it across the line. And that just skittled onto the stumps. First breakthrough. Never got going. And Abimukt, without even opening his account, or rather, that was Rahul, I beg your pardon. Rahul has to depart. Disastrous start for Induslaw. Looking to chase down 256. They are 2 for 1 as Rahul makes his walk back. That was almost an unplayable delivery from Shivang. And to make things even worse, Rahul, the shot he selected to play against that delivery wasn't the best of shots. Cross-batted heave towards the onside. And you know, on this particular deck, it won't bounce that much. It will stay low. And once it pitches, it will skid through. Especially with that new ball, and it will come faster. Shivang decides to come around the wicket. He's getting some purchase off the deck. That's good to see. That's always the case where the left arm seamers, they are so precious. You've got limited resources as far as left arm seamers are concerned. You don't see a lot of them. In fact, I beg your pardon, start of a fresh new over. So just 2 runs scored off the first over. Also wicket falling. Pradeep is the new bowler, right arm medium pacer. He started well. Oh, right on the money. Look at that channel. Around that corridor of uncertainty. Just a hint of inward movement. And the batsman tight in defence. Quickly getting behind the line of the ball. Pushes it straight back to the bowler. So what Induslaw are looking to do here is to get settled and play shots like those. That was just caressed through the offside. Supreme timing. It was all about timing there and placement as well. Nicely threading the gap, bisecting those England fielders. Brilliant shot. Great way to get off the mark, and you can see the pressure on the bowler. Immediately strays down leg. It rubs on. The pressure rubs on because, you know, once you're taken for a boundary, your immediate response is to move away from the radar of the batsman, to move away from the arc of the batsman. Because that previous delivery, he was slightly wider So he was looking to bowl it straighter, but in the process, bowls it down leg. That's much better. And also, in the first innings, I believe Induslaw were a bit too full, which made life easier for Anand and Anand. I think on this deck, you've got to slightly pull back your length. Good backup there. Two more deliveries to go in this over. Pradeep has conceded a boundary. Once again, wrapped on the pads, going down leg. That was definitely sliding down leg. Not out, says the umpire, and that's the end of the over. Second one gone. And Induslaw, they are 9 for 1 after the end of the second over. So the left armour will continue. Oh, straying down the pads. We'll have to wait for the signal from the umpire. Is it of the bat? Yes, it is. No signal from the umpire. Another run added to the total. Shivang bowled an absolute screamer of a first over, picking up a wicket. Coming over the wicket again. Swing and a miss. Once again, the batsman looking to cut it. The cross-batted shot. That isn't your friend on this particular pitch. And that has got a lot to do with the length as well. The length Shivang is operating upon. It's difficult. And that's what I was coming to. Induslaw, they bowl full. So it was easier for Anand and Anand batters to play it straight in the V. Takes a tumble. That shows you the commitment of all these players. He doesn't even care, immediately gets up. He's raring to go. Again, you have to be mindful about the fact that these guys aren't seasoned cricketers. They are not cricketers by profession. We're having the biggest league of law firms in the country. The 16th edition of the Silf Turf Cricket Tournament. This is a 2024 edition. And this time it's grander, it's bigger. Top teams are back in it. They're back to fight against each other and bring home the cup. Shivang, continue. As far as the lines are concerned, he's been straying onto the pads in this particular line, in this particular over. That is, even that one going down leg. The length has been all right, but it's a line that hasn't worked in his favor. That's much more like it. Much more like it. The batsman was caught in two minds. He was poking at it. He got a prod forward and then his bat was hanging in the air. Went nowhere with it. That's immaculate. That particular line. If he keeps at it, he'll get a heap of wickets for sure. Shivang once again running in. That's an excellent stroke. Creams it away towards the extra cover region. Fuller in length. That's what I was talking about. When the length is full, it's easier to show the full face of the bat, to hit it straight within the V, and gets a boundary. 4 runs to end the over. Ends it on a good note. So third gone. And the batting team, they're 17 for 1 after the end of that. So start of a fresh over. Almost plays it to the man standing at mid-off. Gets away with that one, just falling short. So the right armer will continue. Pradeep had given away 6 runs, I beg your pardon, in his first. $238 more required of just 101 deliveries. That's an uphill task. And these dots, they won't do them any favor. With every dot ball, the pressure will mount. Would be interesting to see what the required run rate looks like. It's in excess of 14. That could be a wicket. It is a wicket. Nice catch taken comfortably in the end. So HDS Rawat has to make his walk back. That's another one. Another one bites the dust. Induslaw, they are in a lot of trouble. They are 18 for 2 at the moment. Their batting mainstay, HDS Rawat, walks back. And Anand, they are grinning from ear to ear. So the new man is out there. And he's greeted with a wide delivery. Down the leg side, good take by the keeper. So at the moment, Induslaw, they're reeling. A partnership is the need of the hour, and not just any partnership. They need to score at a good clip. In excess of 14 for sure. Plays a mighty heave. Not the timing he would have liked. The bat turning in his hands. The man standing at mid-on. Cleaning it up. Keeping it to just 1. Once again, down the leg side. That's something that Induslaw struggled with. They gave away too many extras, pulling down the leg side, gave away a lot of wides and buys. That's a full toss, but that's been lobbed up in the air. How soft is that dismissal? He could have hit it anywhere he'd liked, but that just ballooned up in the air, and the bowler takes an absolute sitter. It's going from bad to worse for Induslaw. They've lost their third. So the new man walks out. He walks out at number 5. Pradeep has picked up 2 wickets already. Oh, that could be another one. Just short, just short. He was in 2 minds. The fielder standing at mid-off. And in the end, he made the right decision. Saved a certain boundary there. Gets away with that one, the new man. And he will keep strike. A successful over comes to an end. 4th gone. Induslaw. They're 22 for 3 after the end of that one. So a change in bowling, but no change in fortunes for Induslaw. They've lost another one. They're falling like a house of cards at the moment. They've lost their 4th. 22 for 4. And it seems like at the moment they're down and out. Never easy, as I said, when you're looking at a mountain of runs in excess of 250 in 20 overs. And to be honest, this is not the pitch of that kind of a score. This is far or less more like a 250, beg your pardon, a 150, 140 kind of a pitch. 250 is a lot. So the new batter, he's walked out, times it really well, but the fielder moves to his left, quickly gets around it, makes sure that no run is taken. So what a start. Oh, is that a nick? Definitely heard something. The umpire has raised his finger. The batsman knew it. But what a catch. That stayed low. The keeper was up for the task. Takes it clean in the end. The only doubt in the umpire's mind would have been if it carried to the keeper, because there was definitely a noise. And Induslaw Unfortunately, they've lost half their side. They're 22 for 5. The new batter is out there. He's come in at number 7 and he's come in at an important time. They are in a lot of trouble in this lob. It's a sorry scorecard for them, and they need to make a match out of this. They need a partnership and a big one at that. Nicely getting behind the line of the ball, punches it straight to the fielder. On top of that, they can't afford too many loose deliveries, dot deliveries, I beg your pardon. Loose deliveries is something that they haven't got in this innings so far. Looks to tap that towards the third man region. A bit too late on that one. A great start, a very good start to the bowler. He's picked up 2 wickets in his very first over. Umendra. And it's a double wicket maiden, would you believe it? The 5th over done and dusted at 21 for 5. That could be another wicket. It's high. The keeper calls for it and he's put it down. That was the easiest of the lot because the wicket keeper got underneath that one. The thing is, in this law, their batters are trying for the big shots, but it's not going beyond the 30-yard circle for them. They're just not getting the timing right. Width on offer, under edge, gets a hand to it. Might not travel towards the boundary ropes. He does well. The man running all the way from fine leg makes the save. So I think they've run a couple there. Kulwant off the mark. In fact, they've only run a single. That's interesting. That should be 4. That should be 4. Oh no! Sweeper cover does extremely well. Look at the ground he's covered there. Never looked like he'd get there, but that is exceptional fielding. Ran across like a cheetah. Down the leg side. Brushes the pads on its way. The leap bowling his first. And this time, he doesn't need anybody's help because he's cleaned him up straight through him. Just slightly angled in. He was looking to work it away towards the offside and he's cleaned his stumps up. That's another wicket. They've lost their 6th. Things not looking good for Induslaw. It's really a day they'd like to forget. A new man walks out to the middle. Can he bring about a change in fortunes for his team here? Induslaw in danger of being bowled out here. That's the end of the over. Another successful over comes to an end. Sixth gone. Yeah, 24 for 6 Induslaw after the end of that one. Another over of the power play remains. Final power play over to be bowled. And then the restrictions will be lifted. What a shot that is! Where did that come from? Jersey number 7, it's a mammoth 6. How good was that? Looked good from the onset. He had made up his mind, clears his front foot, heaves it away. Confidence written all over it. And what a way to start a fresh new over. That too against a bowler who bowled a double wicket maiden in his previous one. This time through the offside. Easily clearing long off. Is he the man on a mission? Jersey number 7. It's always that number. The 7s, they are the special ones, aren't they? Most likely the MVPs of their teams. Go straight. That's 6 more. A hat-trick of 6s. Are we witnessing something here? Is this a turnaround that Induslaw were looking for? Wow, nonchalantly hitting the bowler for 3 6s on the trot. Brilliant stuff. Brilliant hitting. Smashes it. This time long off should cut it off. It's only a single. So here we go. Jersey number 7 is at the non-striker's end. The bowler running in. Steers it towards third man, doesn't bell. That will run away towards the boundary fence. What an over this is turning out to be to the batting team. 3 6s and a boundary. And we're not finished yet. Good delivery, good comeback. An in swing up. He plays it straight back to the bowler. Good over that for the batting team. मेरे में अपडेट क्यों नहीं हो रहा? So start over fresh over, hits it straight. That is another good stroke. Wow. This is some counter-attacking cricket from Induslaw. Seemed like they were down and out. And they're coming back with some vengeance here. Goes through the onside for more. Wow. Sensational hitting. And that too all along the ground. What has changed after the fall of that last wicket? Is it the mindset? Well, if they had started this innings in the same manner that they're playing now, we would have been in for some run chase. 256 wouldn't have been easy. I tell you what, would have been a tasty run feast. Both the teams fighting it out to ensure who comes out on top. Or not quite where he intended to hit it, but will still get a boundary. That squeezes through. A thickish inside edge, but look how that has traveled. We've maintained that the outfield is on the quicker side. It will travel. That did. The ball is still hard and new. That's 4 more runs. Are we on to something? Are we going to witness some magic? Just like that, that should be 6 more. Oh, it's not. They get another couple of runs. For a moment, it seemed like it had enough legs to travel over the boundary ropes, but it just fell short. He got the power all right, but not the timing as such. The bigger parts of the ground, those shortish in length, pulls it, and this time he's successful in evading the fielder. 4 more runs. That is another boundary. NC over with a boundary. This is wonderful counter-attacking cricket. So 65 for 6 after the end of the 8th. And Parag has raced to 38 of just 12. In fact, a final delivery of the over gets a single, does Parag, and will keep strike. That's the end of the 8th officially. They're 66 for 6 after the end of that one. So Ravi into the attack, and Parag is on the prowl at the moment, batting on 39 of just 13. Sanjay is at the non-strikers end, batting on 4. The wicketkeeper is asking for a helmet. I believe so, because a spinner has come into the attack. He's standing up to him. Is he a leggy? That's Ravi Agarwal. Yes, a leg spin up. And Parag squeezes him towards the offside. Hasn't got all of it. There is protection. Sweeper cover. Cleans it up. Tidies it up. Keeps it down to just 1. Gets Sanjay back on strike. He's at the striker's end now. Parag quickly moves to 40 of 14. What a fighting knock this is from Parag. That would have been a definite wide. Not sure if he got any bat on it. He hasn't. So wide suggested by the umpire. That was way outside the tram line. The wicketkeeper getting some glove. Oh, he was a bit late on that one. He attempted that stroke late. That's good. That's good stuff. He knows where his lines are, Ravi Agarwal. He's keeping it just within that tram line. Sanjay, he knows his task is cut out. All he's got to do is hand back the strike to Parag. He's striking them beautifully. Got some willow on that one. Definitely some willow on that one. The fielder at short third man quickly gets around it. Makes sure that the batsmen don't sneak a single. Now, Anand and Anand won't mind a single here because eh, another good delivery, another swing and a miss. So if they get a single here, Sanjay will keep striking and Parag will be off strike. So when you're striking it so well, you'd be first frustrated to stay at the non-striker's end. Another wide, will have to re-bowl that one, the second wide of this over. Sanjay meanwhile batting on 4 of 7 deliveries. 69 for 6 is what Induslaw have on the board. They still need a lot of runs, a mountain of runs. In excess of 16 is what the required run rate is. That's a dot. So Parag will keep strike. That's the end of the ninth. They're 69 for 6 after the end of that one. Parag, the skipper. He's fighting it out. It's a lone battle from the captain. 187 more required of 66 deliveries. Meanwhile, another spinner into the attack, Mohammad Noor. So spinners in tandem. Parag. He has a look around the field. He will target the pockets in the field, the vacant spaces for sure. Did try that, but finds a fielder standing at point. Cuts it well, but cuts it straight to him. 187 required of 65. Parag is not happy with his helmet, it seems. He wants to get rid of his helmet. Doesn't want a helmet. He's seeing them big. He's seeing them real big. If you... Oh, looks to cut it away. Misses it altogether just within the tram line. The required run rate is now in excess of 17 and a half. And that's a lot. Guides it away towards the offside, towards the cover region. No chance of a run. That travelled quickly to jersey number 15. Every dot ball will make the task tougher and tougher, and the pressure was building courtesy those dot balls. Parag was looking to try something fancier than what he had attempted in the previous overs. He was looking to rock back onto the back foot and work it away towards the onside. But Noor, all he ensured was he bowled it straight wicket to wicket. And Parag misses one. But Noor connects the stumps. What a fighting knock that was. 40 of just 18 deliveries. You could clearly see he was running out of partners. They've lost their 7th Induslaw. They're 69 for 7 as batter number 9 walks out to the middle. So Costa Bay is a new batter. Oh, turn there. Turn there. That one turning away from the right-handed batter. The variation ball by Mohammad Noor. Just pitching and straightening. Not turning into the right-handed batsman. That was a brief pause. Interesting tactic. Costa turns it away towards the offside, straight to the fielder. Successful over comes to an end. That's a wicket maiden. And at the halfway mark, Induslaw still struggling. They're 69 for 7. And they've got a long way to go if they are to chase this target. Also, it's time for a drinks interval. In a drinks interval, but not to be. Mohammad Noor to continue. Costa is yet to get off the mark. In fact, he just got a single. Beg your pardon. Looks to play the sweep. Completely misses it. The keeper takes it clean. Still giving it his best for his team. So single to end the over, 11th gone. Induslaw, they're 77 for 8 after the end of that one. A conventional slip has been brought in to the left arm spinner. It's spinners galore at the moment. The third option used by Anand and Anand. That's a wide. We'll have to re-ball that one. Takes it on the full. That's a gift. And that's been put away as well. That's for Ayush. Giving a real gift to Sanjay, who moves to 18 with that boundary. Rather, he moves to 14. That's the third boundary he's hit in this innings. Aditya at the non-striker's end. He's batting on 1. Goes hard. Hasn't made good connection this time around. Will only get a single. One more run added to the total. Gets Aditya back on strike. Got to see that single. So this is going to be a crushing defeat for Induslaw. But they really can't let themselves go. They are a much better team than this. Another wide, will have to re-bowl that one as well. They've got to regroup and come back stronger in this tournament because they're such a quality side. Whereas Anand and Anand, oh, I hope he's not hit. I hope he's all right. That's We'll have to wait for the signal from the umpire. It's a no ball. We'll have to re-bowl that one. Also will be a free hit. So the batsman has got the license. Swings it hard this time towards the onside. Couldn't take full toll of the free hit delivery, only gets a single and he will keep strike. That's the end of the 12th. So 90 for 9 with just one wicket remaining.
कौन सा उतारना पड़ेगा
प्रेजेंटेशन के लिए
कौन से कर दूंगा
कौन से करते हैं अच्छा पिछली बार की तरह ठीक है
पुराना बहुत कैमरा उतारना पड़ेगा नहीं एक बार साइड में चेक करियो एसडी कार्ड लग रहा है रिकॉर्डिंग के लिए हाँ
So Ravi is back into the attack. And things not looking good for Induslaw. It's really a day they'd like to forget and move on. Just a push on that occasion, but the fielder converges, making sure that they don't even think about taking a single. Ravi Agarwal into his third. He's picked up a wicket. The off spinner pulling just away from the radar of the batsman. The batsman, he was asking the umpire if it was not a wide, but that was well within the tram line. Can they get to the 100-run mark, Induslaw? That is a question. Look at that required run rate. It's 21.65, but I think... And he's cleaned him up. That's the end of the game. What a big victory that is for Anand and Anand. They won this one by 165 runs. That margin will crush any team. But Induslaw, I'm sure they'll come back stronger. They've been cleaned out. They've been bundled out for 90 all out. And all of their bowlers have done a remarkable job after putting on 255 on the board. This is such a clinical performance from Anand and Anand, winning the game by such a big margin.